Who's ready to go on a Caribbean cruise on Star of the Seas? We're heading to Port Canaveral here in a short while, where it is 30 degrees with a feels like of 19 in Port Canaveral, Florida. Welcome aboard the world's largest cruise ship, a title that this ship will hold for about another 5 months until the Legend of the Seas launches. This was by far the coldest weather we have ever experienced in Port Canaveral, Florida. When we boarded the ship this morning, it was 36 degrees Fahrenheit with a feels like of 22. But in spite of that, we were determined to enjoy every minute of this cruise, excited to be on board, and we invite you to come along with us for this 7-day adventure on Royal Caribbean's Star of the Seas. The first order of business was to stop by our stateroom as soon as it was available and drop off a few things. We were staying in the Sunset Corner Suite on Deck 10 aft on this cruise. If you're interested in learning more about this particular room, we have a video for that on our page, so check that out. But in the meantime, let's go take a look around this floating city. Later that day came our first disappointment in the announcement that we were going to miss Coco Cay because of the weather.
Oh, that was such a bummer.
It was, but you know what? We were determined to make this negative into a positive and take full advantage of the extra sea day. And we did just that by enjoying some time in one of my favorite spots, the casino. This is the largest casino in the world, cruise ship casino in the world, that is, where I spent my time playing Ultimate Texas Hold'em at the tables, while RJ was making untold amounts of money in the slot machines.
Sure. We also had a nice dinner at Playmakers. I had chicken tenders and fries. Bino had a great smash burger.
And I'll tell you what, that food was pretty good. So we did thoroughly enjoy our first 2 sea days on board the ship. Our first venture ashore would be an excursion in Roatan, Honduras. We booked a tour through Royal Caribbean for the chocolate factory, sloths, and monkeys. And you know what? They should have mentioned the macaws too, because that was a big part of this tour. The quick bus ride took us into the gift shop, and then we were quickly into the canopy to interact with the monkeys, and they were not shy.
We're so cute.
In fact, this little guy stole one of my YouTube business cards right out of my pocket. Little thief.
From Ports to Pine.
Sweet.
Pretty cool name.
But they were very cute and very friendly. That was a fun time. And then it was on to see the sloths, who are actually a little bit more my speed. Yeah, that's me getting out of bed every morning. Then it was off to the macaws, who quickly decided that RJ's head would be a good place to perch.
That was so cool.
The interaction with all of the animals was very nice. They were very tame and well trained, and we enjoyed it quite a bit. And then it was a short stop at the chocolate factory, where we were given small samples of various chocolates in the store. And of course, these were also available for purchase. Then it was a quick bus ride back to the port from what was a very pleasant day in Roatan, Honduras. The next day we were in Costa, Mexico. We didn't book an excursion for this port and instead decided just to walk into town, into the shopping district, have a look around, and enjoy all the local entertainment. We only spent maybe about an hour down here and then decided to make the walk back to the ship. It's about a half-mile walk in each direction. They do have a tram service, however, if you need assistance. Otherwise, be ready for about a 1-mile walk.
Our time spent ashore on this cruise was relatively short. It was more about enjoying all the ship has to offer. So, let's take another look around.
Alright, first the boring part, but I think it's worth mentioning, is the elevators, because you might be worried on a ship this big, with this many people, it's going to take forever to get an elevator, right? But look how huge these elevator bays are. There's 10 to 12 elevators in each area. So what you do is you press the floor that you want on one of the keypads on the outside, the letter to the elevator you need to head to will light up, you go to that elevator, and your floor is already pre-programmed. We found it to be very fast and efficient. So, let's take another walk through Central Park. Central Park is where you're going to find restaurants Chops Grill, the Park Cafe, and Azumi in the park.
The Trellis Bar is a great place for a quiet drink. During the day or the evening, they have a nice, quiet, tucked-away bar. And right next door is a bar called Bubbles. It is a walk-up window that specializes in cocktails with champagne and Prosecco.
There's also a doorway to go into the Royal Promenade from the Central Park area. Now, if you look around, you can see people are still kind of bundled up. The seating is pretty much vacated because it was still really cold, but it tends to get a little bit busier than this normally. Now, as we make our way down, on the right, you'll see Lou's Jazz Club, which is not a restaurant, but it's a bar and live music venue where they have jazz and blues music every evening. And finally, we come to the retail section, which is actually just high-end watch shops. So if you're in the mood to spend a few $1,000s on a watch, you're in the right place. But Central Park is a wonderful area of the ship where it's really easy to forget that you're even on a cruise ship. Then we continue on through to the Surfside area. Surfside is a wonderful family area geared a little bit more towards the younger children. As you can see, we have Surfside Eatery, the arcade on the right. First thing I want to do is go through the arcade because even big kids like me enjoy the arcade. So in here we have 3 air hockey tables. Down at the end there is skee ball. That's one of my very favorites. Unless of course RJ's playing, because she beats me every time we play every single time we play skee ball.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do. I don't know what that's all about anyway. Now keep in mind, guys, the arcade is not included with your cruise fare. There is an additional charge to use the arcade games.
Surfside Eatery is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We happen to be there at breakfast time, so let's take a look at the breakfast offerings.
Moving on past the Surfside Eatery, the carousel wasn't open yet this morning.
Round and round she'll go.
Eventually. And then we come to Surfside Bites, which that wasn't open yet either, but you can take a look at the menu there on the wall.
Typical yummy bites for kids of a young age.
Kids of a young age, I want a cheeseburger.
Well, that's true. I do like some of that food. I'm kind of a giant child.
Pier 7 is a sit-down restaurant that is an upcharge. That's $25 per person. However, it's free for kids 12 and under, and it has a much more extensive menu.
Fancy stuff.
Fancy. It's not
Fancy.
And once you've had just enough of all of the kids' water slides and other things, yes, Mom and Dad, there's a bar down at the end of Surfside.
Yeah, you're going to be thanking yourself for that. You can't get an adult bevy down at the end.
Why isn't it open? Open the bar.
Open.
Bar. Now, there was nobody in the pool or on the water slides because, yeah, it's still way too cold.
It was way cold.
Well, look at the way the lifeguards are all bundled up.
Yeah.
But in a couple of days, everybody's going to be
warm.
having a lot of fun in the pool and on the water slides. Now we're actually at the very other end of the ship. This is the Aquadome Market, which is at deck 15 forward. We were there just before lunch, about 10:45, and they start serving lunch at 11, so there was nobody in there yet, but it was a perfect time for us to show you all the food offerings that they were just getting ready to put out. And I must be hungry because all that stuff looks good, and I don't eat that stuff.
Thai food is delicious.
If you say so.
Yeah. I'm seeing me some egg rolls, baby.
Spring rolls.
Spring rolls.
We never did try those.
We didn't, but they look delicious.
Yeah, they did. Pig Out Barbecue. Now that's more my speed. They have here, among other things, the build your own mac and cheese, where you start with the mac and cheese base and you can add a protein to it, brisket or brisket or
there was pulled
pork,
pork or
yeah.
beef or chicken or something. And like it changed every day.
Coleslaw.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
It smelled divine.
Hi.
So while we were filming, I was eyeballing the empanadas there and came back a little bit later and did have a chicken empanada, and it was fabulous. A little bit of spice, not too much, just enough with a flaky crust. Wonderful.
So the next area we come to is the overlook, still on deck 15 forward, at the very front of the ship, and this is a very quiet, relaxed place to come and hang out. And I don't know, RJ, what else can we say about this area?
It has a really nice bar. The bartender was really great. I ordered a daily cocktail and kind of asked him to change it up just slightly for me, and he did a great job. Loved it. Beautiful views. Great area to come and just relax and
enjoy the views.
Enjoy the views, yeah.
You know what I did? I ordered a beer.
You did.
It was good.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So as we head up the stairs on the other side here, there's another specialty coffee bar called the Rye and Bean, which, as the name implies, has both specialty coffees and some of them with alcohol included.
I ordered a BFK, which was unknown to the bartender, but I asked him and he was able to make it for me. It was Bailey's, Frangelico, and Kahlua in coffee topped with whipped cream.
And as you can see, even though the BFK is not on the menu, he was more than happy to make it. As RJ said, it was great, and this was a really nice diversion. And now we find ourselves at the other end of the ship, deck 16 aft, at Basecamp. This is another great family area. We happen to be there at lunchtime, and this is a wonderful place to bring your family for lunch. I mean, who doesn't love a good smash burger? Chicken fingers, hot dogs, tater tots, pretzels. RJ and I actually shared a smash burger, and it was really good.
It was tasty.
And of course, yeah, there's another bar.
Oh, look, a bar. Yay.
You can get a pretty good look at those enormous water slides there, And down here is also where you find the very popular mini golf course. Just beyond that is the entrance to the Hideaway. The Hideaway is an area for guests 18 and over. So, mom and dad, you need a little break, you want some adult time, the Hideaway is where you want to go. You're immediately greeted by two very inviting, large hot tubs.
Tons of chaise lounges and seating.
And don't forget the infinity pool. And oh, by the way, yeah, another bar. RJ and I actually decided to indulge in an adult beverage here and enjoy our time in the Hideaway. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
So as we come back upstairs, you can get another look at the water slides. And this is also the area of the ship where you'll find the famous Royal Caribbean Flow Rider. So guys, obviously this is not a complete tour of everything that the Star of the Seas has to offer. If we did that, this video would be like 3 hours long, because there is so much more to do and see on board this magnificent ship.
Please let us know if there's anything specific that we missed that you'd like to see or have information about. We'll do our best to help you out with that.
We also would like to point out that the entertainment on this ship was spectacular. Torque in the Aquadome Theater and Back to the Future the Musical were wonderful. We weren't allowed to film in that, so we couldn't bring you anything more about those particular shows. But as always, guys, we thank you for watching. We ask you to please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next adventure.